Alrighty then. We may as well get underway. You guys will have to. Well, Alvaro, you're the only. Or, sorry, Alvarado, you're the only person that I can see in the chat at the moment. So you'll have to let me know how the audio is. I've never used whatever I'm about to use here, but it lets you play, like, apps on your PC. So I don't know if it's going to crash. I don't know if it has bugs. So that might completely just stop this idea. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, if you're still there, Alvarado, just let me know. I'm just gonna get into a game. I'm gonna start this account here because yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this, and then bam, this is it. This is the well, I don't know what it is, app or something. I don't know. My mate showed it to me because he plays Clash as well. So as you can see, it's a brand new account. We've got 217 gold, 102 gems. We've got some chests to open as well, which is good. Now, crown chest is ready to go too. So we got some stuff to do. It's really weird because I'm streaming on my PC monitor. I'm used to streaming FIFA, which is here. But then, you have to shift it over. And I can't really check. There are 24 genders. Hey, Addy, what's going on? Um, Good to see a couple of people in the chat, though. I've missed you, Addy. What's going on, buddy? Um, Hamid is also in the chat. Good to see you too. But we're gonna get underway. As I was saying before, you two joined. I don't know if there's actually like glitches or bugs or anything with this app that I'm using. So you guys will have to let me know. But other than that, we're just gonna get right underway and start opening these chests and then get into some games. That's really good, actually, getting 2 out of 2 giants. Pretty much what I want to use early on is like my prince and my giant. Those are like the main 2 cards that I want to actually use. Giant in the early game is actually pretty freaking good. I'm not really by any stretch of the imagination a good player. I think my max on my main account is near 3,000, so I'm not that good. But I do enjoy playing Clash. So I kind of want to have my Baby Dragon in there because I do like Baby Dragon. I've always liked Baby Dragon, but I want to put Prince in there. So we're going to have to sacrifice something to put Prince in here. We have 2 projectiles. We have a splash damage in the Bomber. We have a splash damage in the Baby D. Then we have a tank in the Knight. We got damage in the Musk and damage in the P.E.K.K.A. So I think it has to be one of those. And I think I'm going to go with the mini P.E.K.K.A. because the Musk is long range. And then we're going to upgrade our Giant to level 2 because why not? We got the gold. And he's going to be our main man. He's going to be the main guy going forward. But we may as well upgrade our bomber and our arrows while we're here too. Also, you might hear the clicking through the microphone. You're gonna have to excuse me. And as I was saying, I don't know if there's bugs, but as you can see, we've already hit level 2, which is good. Going into our first game, we're already level 2, so we have hit point ups, and also our damage from our towers will do more. I'm not really interested in using spear goblins or goblins. I've never really used them. Archers are really, really good, but I can't be bothered using them. You may have noticed that it's actually gotten a bit darker. I can't really see. I can't really check on the stream because I'm using my PC monitor to stream. So if something goes wrong, I'm just gonna have to like pretty much halt the stream, pause the stream, and then go check on things. But for the moment, we're gonna get into a game. I'm really interested to see how this works. Playing on a PC is not what I usually do. Obviously, I play on my iPhone. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see how this works and if it does work. So I'm just going to play some games. I'm going to kick back. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. And you guys will just have to sit back and relax. It's going to be interesting. We're going to be facing people that play the game often, people that don't play the game, have never played the game. We're going to play newcomers, and we're going to play people that are doing what I'm doing, playing with their second account. So we'll see how we go. Especially streaming and playing on the internet, I'm surprised that it is smooth. You guys will have to let me know if the stream is smooth. But yeah, I'm really excited to just play Clash. I love this game. I play it on my phone all the freaking time. As I was saying, I'm not the greatest at it, but I'm pretty good. I'm okay. I'm still kind of new to the game. I've only been playing it for a few months, so I'm still new to it. I'll just bump that up to get the brightness. It's just my Xbox. I'm using my Xbox screen as brightness, so Giant in the early game, man, is just one of the most overpowered things you can have, seriously. Prince is really good too. As you can see, he's probably going to take down that tower himself. But Giant is just so good. We've got 2 projectiles as well, so like with arrows, we can pretty much just take that down. The witch doesn't really worry me too much. I'm pretty sure we'll win this game. It'll be pretty embarrassing if we don't, especially with a level 2 giant. I think his giant's level 1. So pretty much the tactic will be from here on out, literally just to hold on to this 2. Use the prince to take down his giant and just counter whenever I can. I'm not going to go too hard. I'm not going to go for the 3 crowns. I don't want to risk really losing 1 tower. But the knight counters the prince really freaking well. So Addy is making jokes in the chat, which is always good to see. Addy's a long time stream viewer. I love Addy. So yeah, when it comes down to the 3rd crown, I like splitting up troops. It doesn't really happen in the later stages of the game. It doesn't really happen where you're able to split troops. But early on, you're able to, just because everything is so new. People are so bad at the game, pretty much. And you can afford to do that. Later on in the games, you can't really afford to do that. So we got a silver chest there that we can start unlocking straight away. And we also got 3 crowns towards our crown chest. And this is actually very, very good. I have heard that there can be bugs and this can freeze. So I might have to reboot this app. I don't know the name off by heart, but if you guys want to... I know there has been like some Clash players before that have been in the streams. I don't remember what it's called, but I will probably get the name of it very, very soon. Kendall says why the room is dark, because in Australia it's like 3 in the morning and I'm literally relying on my monitor screens to give brightness instead of the light, because then it just looks shit. The light is yellow, then I look yellow. It's just pretty bad in general, so I hope you don't mind that. But I've got a few people in the chat. I mean, I'm not really doing this for views, to be honest, because there's so many Clash YouTubers out there. It'd be almost silly for me to do it for views, but it is good to see just like a few people in here. I could have killed that other archer with the arrows, and that might cost me. It might take down that Baby D. Baby D is so tanky, man. Oh my god. Early game, that is a good card to have. I ended up getting 2 epics from my first like training thing. I'm not sure if you're meant to get 2 epics or if I got really super duper lucky. I don't know. But I will take it. I'm not arguing. We could even trade out like Musk. I don't know. I like Musk, but I never really used Musk. We could eventually trade her out for something more low cost, because we've got a 5, a 5, and a 4. We really don't need another high cost. We could put the goblins in there just as a cycling card, just to sort of get through the cards and get back to our giant, which is really the main card. I haven't really been able to play it, but that is really the main card. But I'm just not playing it because he's playing his giant, and I just want to take care of his giant before I start pushing my giant. So he kind of has the early advantage, but I mean, I'm doing chip damage with my Baby D, and hopefully my Prince can go there and get that charge damage, because, I mean, Prince early on is just overpowered. The amount of damage that he does is insane, as you can see. So I got 2 main win conditions, I would say, in my deck in this early phase of the game. Giant and Prince are my 2 win conditions by far. I mean, there's not even a contest. These 2 cards early on are so good. And especially Prince, because Prince can counter Giant. Giant can't really counter Prince. So, like, if you're looking at it as far as which one is better to, to take out the other one, you would assume that Prince is probably the better card. Now, Giant is a beast, and he can be taken down with, like, goblins and stuff. I'm just maxing on my elixir. I don't know why. Giant can be taken down fairly easily if you just have some goblins, some spear goblins, some projectiles and stuff like that. I mean, if I really wanted to waste a fireball, I could. I don't feel like I need to. I feel like we're doing enough damage. I might fireball this Baby D just because he's annoying me as he fireballs something of mine. It seems like it's a bit choppy, like it gets a bit laggy, but I don't, that's what I would expect. Ping pongs is fun, yeah. Turn on the lights, be yellow, be ping pong for the greater good. It's not happening, Addy. This should be a 1-0 win. Hopefully that giant doesn't get a hit off. I'm not sure he does 262 damage at level 1. But he's dead anyway. So we get a 1-0 win here in our second game. And we're moving it along nicely, man. We're making some good progress. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the deck. Musketeer is probably the only thing I feel like changing right now. Archers would be really good to bring in, but I think I'm gonna go just for the low cost. I'm gonna go for spear goblins, low cost. They'll hit the Baby Ds if needed. And I think we're going to move on like that. And we got 4 crowns. Turn on the lights. Nah, I mean, Addy, you can make a good point. I should be a ping pong for the greater good, as you could say. But this is just, I'm not doing this like for, you know what? Oh, that was a bad move. Those spear gobs just ruined me. That bomber just ruined my spear gobs. I'm not really doing this to like for the aesthetics. You know, I'm not really trying to make this look good. Like my stream quality is not the best. My graphics aren't the best for this channel. It's literally just me chilling out and playing some Clash. Like that's really all I want to do right now. Just play some Clash and try and climb the ladder. Like that's seriously it. Who hit it? Who hit him with the bat? Who hit who with the bat? Me? I ain't get hit with no bat. It's really good that we got Giant up to level 2. I got pretty lucky by getting him in a chest. I think so far, like, the cards that I've gotten are really good. I mean, I don't really know what kind of deck I want to make moving forward. Because, like, right now, yeah, it's cool having Giant, but, like, eventually people have Skeleton Army, and it just completely renders Giant useless. I mean, you can play Bomber with Giant. That might be just what we stick with. Like a Giant Bomber deck. I'm going to split my troops here, because I think we got that tower. Absolutely. I think this guy might have given up. I feel bad for people who are trying to play the game for the first time, and they're coming up against people like me who are playing on a second account. Because they just, I mean, this game, really what it is elixir management. I mean, it's just about placing the troops in the right place and utilizing your elixir. Can you use less elixir to take down what they've put down? That's pretty much what this game comes down to. Not that I'm a master of it, but I pretty much understand the basics. As we get a gold chest, I'll be taking care of the chests off camera. Like I'll check in on this account every so often to get it done. I'm not going to be gemming any of the chests. If you use your gems on your chest, it's really freaking useless. So it doesn't really do anything, in my opinion. Like, I mean, it's just freaking sucks. What league is the new career mode? It is a Premier League career mode. Bit boring, I know, but it's a fun idea, I think. I might just fireball here. Oh, if that Musk was a little bit closer, that would have been a really good play. He fireballs as well, so I think he's in a better position here. But Musketeer to take down these 3. Oh, she didn't even get distracted. Musketeer, like, she's good, man, but I've just never seen... See, there we go, Skeleton Army. That is like a really bad card for my deck. I'm going to have to play a Bomber with every single card I play, or a Baby Dragon with every single card I play, because I need that splash damage. Skeleton Army, man, that'll rip your Giant and your Prince to shreds. Pineapple doesn't go on pizza. I disagree completely. Pineapple is fucking amazing on pizza. This guy's deck is good, man. He's got the level 2s. But most importantly, he's playing his Giant really, really well. So I'm kind of scared that this guy might actually do us the dirty. That is a great play with the mini P.E.K.K.A. He is going to get so much damage. He might even take that freaking tower down with that mini P.E.K.K.A. That is a great play. Not happy with that at all. We've got nothing going, and I know if I play my Prince or my Giant, he'll just Skeleton Army. So I'm going to have to wait till I get 8 Elixir and just sort of predict. If he plays his Skeleton Army, I'm just going to have to predict. Oh, not a bad prediction at all. He did, however, have 1 left, so that'll sort of chip away. The Musk will chip away as well, but that's a good push. He's definitely still looking in a better position, but that is definitely a good push. I'm happy with that. Now he knows that I'm going to predict, so he might hold off on that Skeleton Army, which might help. In the long run, but I'm going to play my Prince. I'm going to try and push as hard as I can. I'm going to forget about that left tower. It's probably gone. I just have to push here. Maybe get some projectiles going. He's getting that Skarmy up so quick. But that Giant's not going to be a threat at all. I'm going to be able to play my Giant. If I can get it quick enough, I can shield the Bomber. Unfortunately, I could not. And I think this game is just going to end how it is. 1-0 to him. I can't see us getting our tower. I mean, it was a really predicted push that got us to that tower. As Addy says, a 360 no scope. That Skarmy's good. I'm just gonna have to counter that, and I don't think these guys are gonna get that tower. I just don't think it's enough. The Giant is a really good defensive card. I'll play my Fireball, but it's pretty much good game. I'll give him a good game. I'll give him a crying face. But that's going to be our first loss, actually, which sucks. Mini P.E.K.K.A coming through. Mini P.E.K.K.A is a fantastic card. He played his Giant really, really well. He had a lot of level 2 cards. And unfortunately, we're actually going to go ahead and lose one trophy. The trophies that you lose is just... it's just incredible at the lower stages. I mean, you lose 30 at the higher stages. I'm going to redo that for some brightness. I don't really... There's not much else to show. That's what it's in our shop right now. So I'm going to maybe spend some money on some Giants and some Bombers. I mean, we could just get that Giant right now, I think. No? No. We need one more coin to get our Giant up to level 4. And then we're going to need more coinage to... No, sorry, 4 out of 4. And then another coin to get... Yeah, another gold to get it up another level. That was right. So we might actually have a level 3 Giant in the early stages. Jesus Christ. That might be a little bit too much. That might be a little bit overkill. But if we focus on this Giant, if I really push with this Giant, I don't know why he's done that to start off the game. Why put yourself at a disadvantage? If I place my Giant there and place the Bomber and place the Baby D and just pushed and just rushed him, he would have been down on Elixir. I've given him the time, but I still have more Elixir than him right now. Or no, we'd be roughly the same, I would say. I'm going to use these arrows. He's got level 4 archers, which is absolutely crazy. That is a lot of freaking... I don't know if he's bought them. I don't know what's happened there. If he's gotten lucky in a chest. But fuck me. To have level 4 archers already at this stage. This guy must just be like hanging around here for no reason. But that was a good push. I'm happy with that. 286. We can pretty much focus on this side now. As he is as well, Prince versus Prince. I'm going to put a Bomber down. I'm going to put Spear Gobs down just for some extra chip. He might Arrow or Fireball, which would be the best move that he could make. Or he'll just let me get that rush. I don't know why he would allow me to do that. He must be lagging or something because he's not playing anything. Which is just silly. Maybe he's not lagging. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. That was a really strange play. Obviously, he's probably new to the game. But still, that was a really strange play. I don't want to be losing too many games at these early stages, but I don't, as good as you are in these early stages, it's still up in the air what happens in these early stages, just because card levels are so similar, and, it's just, tower damage is so weak. I don't know, I feel like in the early stages, that's like, there's not much you can control. There's not much of a difference, you know what I mean? Whereas later in the game, your cards could be 2 levels higher than your opponents. Your towers could have a lot more health because you're higher level, you know what I mean? But in the early stages, as we're just going to get a 3 crown here, in the early stages, everything is so raw, everything is so plain that, you could, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it's like a small margin, even with experience. We've got our first crown chest. We also have the ability to buy that last Giant, which we will do so. To upgrade him, it shouldn't cost too much. It's 150. If we get that in the crown chest, that is fantastic. We get 141, so we'll have to get a couple more games. But we get 2 gems as well, some Spear Goblins, a Valk, which is a very good card. That's definitely going to go in my deck, and a Musketeer, which I'm not too happy about. But we do get the Bomber, which is actually in the shop, so that saves us some coinage right there. But Valk is a fantastic card early game. And I think we might have to say goodbye to someone like the Baby D right now. I mean, she is more of a tank like the Knight, so that might be the swap that we go for. We might even just take out a projectile. We might even just take out arrows for like Knight and have 2 tanks, or go Goblins for a more cycling deck sort of thing. Let's go with that for now. Let's just go with the cheap options for now. Get the Goblins behind the Giant. That's going to be the play. One more game and we'll have another high level Giant, which is good. And we just keep playing. I mean, like it says, we can't receive any chests or any rewards or stuff like that, but we'll keep playing just for ladder's sake. Kevin is in the chat. What's going on, Kevin? Good to see you in the chat. And Baby Dick. Yeah. Baby Dick is actually not really that good of a card, but I've always liked it. Like, always. I don't know why. That's a good Giant push from him. I don't know why I'm slow playing my Giant. I think playing my Giant the way he did is actually better in the early game. Just simply because there's not really anything, like any combos you can do or anything like that. He was so distracted with my Giant. My Prince got a massive hit off there. and he's had to waste a fireball on that, while a giant just goes to town with the goblins. That is a great push. That sets us up really well for another giant push. A giant early game is just insanity. I mean, Skami is really the only thing. Skami is Skeleton Army, by the way. Sorry if I'm saying things that you don't understand, but if you play the game, you'll know. But Skami is just the thing that counters it. But with Bomber behind it, with arrows, with Valkyrie now. Valkyrie's an absolute tank. Say like I just Valkyrie versus Valkyrie's fun. He's got what? He's got Goblin Barrel. That is an interesting card to see. That is not something I would be expecting to see at this stage of the game. That's caught me by surprise a little bit. Goblin Barrel is one of my most hated cards because people use it in such cheap ways. I've had people use it with a mirror, which literally lets you use the same card that you used earlier for another elixir. So I've seen people do double Goblin Barrel and then use Clone, which once it's on the field, they can clone them. So I've seen people use Goblin Barrel to have 12 goblins on the field. I've used it in such... It's been used in such cheap ways. I could have upgraded my giant, I believe, but... Goblin Barrel. I really did not expect to say that. That caught me off guard, definitely. But I guess you can get any epic, right? I'm assuming it's any epic from, like, the first couple of... Yeah, I don't know. That's not something I was expecting to see. That's a good baby dragon. He should, like, get rid of some of that. But he's defending well. He's got Valk. He's got Musk. So it's always going to be tough to take down. But Prince is so good early on. I don't use Prince anymore for obvious reasons. He's not really good later on. Because he's just so easily countered with the array of cards that you get later on in the game. It's just so easy to counter Prince. But early game, like so many things, the meta changes the higher you go up the ladder pretty much. And it's just... He's got a goblin hut. Are you for real? I hate people that use huts. That's another one of the things that I hate the most. Yeah, goblin huts, man. And just like mass building. When people use so many buildings, it's just the most annoying thing that can possibly happen in a game of Clash, in my opinion. Just people that spam the buildings all around this area here, it's just absolutely insanity. I don't understand how it's a tactic. I don't understand how it's been able to be... Like, I can't believe you can have more than, like, 4 buildings in your deck. Like, that just should not be allowed. The thing that people love about huts, and I can completely understand it as one of my goblins go missing, I can completely understand why people like them, because you're getting a constant flow. If people can't deal with it, like, I can fireball it and get rid of it. You know, I could have done it earlier as well. You know, if people can't get rid of it, it's a constant flow while you build up elixir, and it's attacking and it's defensive. Like, look, he can just place that now, and I can't get to his tower unless I use a projectile, which I have and which I will do. But he's also getting a bit of chip damage. He's also allowing himself to save elixir. While he pushes that, I'm just gonna go here. You know, I don't really care. I'm just gonna go here, try and get a 2 to 1 crown win. It's not a big deal, like, obviously early stage, but later on you get this, you get barbarian huts, and then people start playing tombstones, which spawn skeletons, and then it's just so annoying because there's just a constant stream of things coming at you. That's actually a good push he's got here. That was kind of dangerous, actually. Yeah, you just get these constant stream of minions, which they're not really there to do damage. They're not really there to do anything, really. They're simply just there to annoy you and to try and get as little chip damage as possible, and it works, trust me. And it's just such a cheap tactic. I hate it. But we get the 3 crown win, which is good, as Kevin and Addy have a conversation. My humor is so yellow it attracts all ping pongs in it. Yeah, it should be known. Anybody that doesn't know Addy, he is a flaming racist. It should be known. But we still... I mean... I shouldn't say I love him, but not because he's a racist, but because he's a very loyal viewer. Giant level 3 already. I'm freaking happy with this. This is going to be... I mean, I think just with this account, we should really focus on Giant. We could have a really high-level Giant really early on. And that's, I think, the main difference. Playing a game the second time, making a second account, you really know what you want to do. You know the deck that you want to make. You know the cards that you're going to get. And you're not wasting time experimenting because you already know what the cards do and how the cards work. So I think that's actually going to be a very big advantage for me. Playing this game a second time, I think I'm going to level up my cards way better because I'm going to know what I want to do with my deck. Like Baby Dragon, long term, I shouldn't focus on Baby Dragon. I shouldn't focus on Prince. Long term, I should be focusing on my Giant. I should be focusing on my Valk, maybe my Bomber, and just get them high level because going forward, that's going to be my deck with some new cards involved as well later on, like a building maybe, for example, a furnace or something along those lines. So you kind of know what you're going to do. You're not wasting your time like buying this card and upgrading these cards that you do not need. And that's really where a lot of people playing Clash in the early stages of Clash, that's where a lot of people get left behind, is just upgrading the wrong cards. And yes, early on you want to experiment, but wasting coins on the wrong cards and just wasting gold in general is the biggest thing. People think, look how cheap the upgrades are, I'm just going to upgrade them. But at the end of the day, that gold really does come in handy later on, especially if you're playing free to play, which is what I do. I don't buy anything. I don't buy chests. I don't buy gems. I don't buy gold. It's really, really handy to have that extra bit of gold. And where you lose it is the early stages. As we get another 3 crown win, we are flying along. He calls us racist because we are from Europe. No, I don't. Addy, I'll call you a racist. Why you time me out? You're on YouTube. That was on the other channel. We don't talk about that here. Addy, I call you a racist because you call people of Asian descent ping-pongs. I think that's a pretty good reason to call you a racist, but if you don't think so, that's fine. If you want me to stop calling you a racist, I will. If it makes you feel better. Not all Europe are racist. No, I know that. People are probably pretty surprised to see a level 3 Giant. Because, look, you're not really seeing level 3 rares anywhere else. Pekka's level 2, that's a rare. The Musk, that's a rare, that's level 2. You don't really see level 3s, but that's a good push. That was a really solid push from him. He's going to get some damage on that. Musketeer's pretty good as far as just damage, but again, I just don't see... I've never felt that it's warranted for Elixir. I don't know. If it was 3, but then 3's too little, you know what I mean? It's just... There's no balance there as I see it. We're going to put the Valk right there in between everybody. Hopefully the Knight will come back. Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful. That's a great Valk play right there. And then, man, I don't know what to do with this freaking P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A, if you let that thing get to your tower, it is just going to mince it. It does so much damage. He's wasting a fireball on my tower. That's silly. Why waste your mana? Or Elixir I should call it. Why would I could do it as well? Do you already have mods, Guardy? No, I didn't even know there were mods for this game. I'll be completely honest with you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my Prince here and just try and distract. And oh, he's got his Prince as well. I don't know. I like doing that where I play one thing there and then I'll start pushing there. He's obviously gonna do his damnedest to not let that 94 health tower go, but that's one fireball away from a death anyway, so that's not a big deal. That's a good Prince run. Oh, that was good. That was good. I was slow on that one. That's my bad. I'm gonna fireball this just to be safe, or I might have to hold off. I hope I don't forget. There's been so many times where I've just forgotten. He's really flooding now. I'm gonna need my bomber to do some spread damage, get the goblins down as well. Just don't let him get any direct damage. I got plenty of time. That's a good Prince. This guy's doing good, man. All of a sudden, he's pushing really, really well. I'm going to get my Giant down. I've got plenty of time for the Fireball. I'm actually going to do it right now while I remember. But it's going to be a fucking close game. But he's so close. I don't know if he has Fireball. I think he does. Which is maybe why he's laughing. I think he's BMing me. The arrows aren't enough. Does he have Fireball? I don't remember if this guy has Fireball or not. But that Prince is going to get close. That P.E.K.K.A is going to get very close. I'm just going to defend my... Yeah, he has Fireball. Fuck it. It's a loss, boys. It's our second loss. You're gonna start a clan. I don't know if I'll start a clan or just join one. I don't know. No Europeans as mods. I haven't even began like to give out mods here. He likes pineapples on pizza. Mate, I know what I'm doing. You obviously don't. Get wrecked. See, this is when I love Addy the most. When he's like completely against you. This is when he's at his funniest. In my opinion. Fucking, that was a shit Skarmy. Come on. The Giant will do some work, I think. Level 2. He might get it down to maybe 500. Yeah, with that fireball as well. That's a good push, man. As I was saying, Giant is just a beast. He has Skarmy, so I have to be careful how I play my Giant. I think instead of Prince, it would have been good if I did get Skarmy. I think that would have helped out a lot. It's just such a nice card to have early on, because, yeah, people play arrows, I guess, but how long you play this game? How long am I going to play it today, or how long have I been playing it in general? I've been playing this game for a few months. Maybe since like the end of last year. But as far as tonight, I've been playing for I don't know. I've not even checked the time. Maybe like half an hour. I don't know. Maybe more. I have no idea. There are 24 genders. Pineapple doesn't go on pizza. That's a good argument, actually, Addy. You make a fair point there. Pizza is great food and pineapple destroys it. Alright, this guy thinks he's going to 3-crown me, but he's not. Hi. Hello, overall legend. I sexually identify as an Apache helicopter. Good to know, Kevin. Good to know. We actually have a few people. I didn't expect to have that many people in the chat, to be honest. Just because I was like, I don't know, second channel. I didn't really, like, I put the video up, but I don't really expect anyone to subscribe to this channel. I don't really think anybody cares, which is fine. We actually have a few people. I mean, I knew people like Addy and Kevin would be here, but the rest of you. This game looks so fuck up. What do you mean? Fuck, this guy's got Witch. Early game Witch, that's not a card that I want to be messing with. I actually, like, when I started first playing Clash, I loved Witch. And then I stopped using her, but I've been using her recently on my main account, and she's such a good card. Fucking hell. God damn, this guy's. I don't know what the difference between. I mean, his placement's been good, or her, Elisa. Maybe it's a her. I think Baby D, like, eventually, I'm just gonna have to drop. I need another cheap minion. I might put archers in my deck. I don't know. I've never really used them, but I might need them. Just because, like Baby D, he's a tank, but like the damage that he does is just like it's early game you can get away with it, but the damage he does is actually pathetic later on in the game. Like he's literally only good for taking down like skeleton army, and that's it. That was a waste of a fucking bomber. But yeah, Baby D, like eventually, I know that I'm gonna have to drop him. He's gonna be gone. Yeah, I'm definitely losing this one. Damn, he's actually gonna 3-crown me? God damn. He's definitely got a fireball or something tucked away. Oh, maybe not. Still no 3-crown loss. Alright, we're gonna have to switch up our deck. Something's just not working. I mean, I'm gonna put my... I'd like to upgrade my bomber, but again, like, this is where you lose your coins, when you start trying to upgrade things that you don't have to. Prince is good, but I feel like people are starting to counter it really easily. I might chuck Knight in there for Baby D. We could try Archers, but I think I'm just going to go for another projectile, maybe for Prince. Just to cycle through, because really what I want to play is Giant Bomber. Like, that's what I really want to play, and maybe assisted by, like, arrows to get rid of some splash. Like, I mean, like, Prince is good. Like, he will get a lot of damage, which kind of makes me want to keep him. But for now, we'll try a couple games without him and see how that works. Addy, you are just full of jokes, aren't you? Do you ever run out? I swear to God. Oh, he's got a giant. This guy is in his fire. Like, I know this is definitely not someone with a second account. I know this is definitely a first time player because the way he's using fireballs is just idiotic. I mean, he's spread it out. I'm pretty sure he spread it out across both towers, which is just silly. But also, like, he's just using them when he should be really focusing on what I'm doing. Like, again, like maybe he's just like knows he's not gonna win. I don't know, but that was good. I felt like we cycled a bit better there. I think I like that deck a little bit more without the Prince. When is it that you can join a clan? It's like level... I don't even know, 4? Say like level 1 giant. I just got to assume that this guy's either not leveling his cards and saving his gold, or he's leveled his cards badly And then he's realized, hang on, Giant's actually a really good card. Guard, you place the Giant behind your Crown Tower so you can begin one big push. I know how placement works, Kevin, but in the early game, there's not really like a big push you can make. It's just really all I want to do is play my Giant and my Bomber. Like, that's it. There's no... I mean, yes, I can play Valk ahead of him and I can do different sorts of things, but like, I don't have to, sort of thing. I really just don't have to. Like, I'm gonna play Bomber and I'm gonna play Spear Goblins. Like, I don't... It's not in depth. There's no complexity to the combinations at this stage. I mean, look, that was... I placed him there, and look what I got out of it. And he has Elixir right now. He's just not using it, so... Fix your camera, it's blurry. Yeah, I think it's doing that autofocus shit. I don't know if how I can how I can fix that without without having to pause the stream, pretty much, because I'm using my PC. If I get out of the app, then it'll like show my desktop and stuff from the live stream, and I don't really want that. Plus, I'm only gonna do a couple more games, and then I'm heading out. Maybe if we win this game and get to 300, this might be the last game, because I'm pretty tired. I just wanted to do this just for fun. I'm gonna fireball the shit out of that Musk. Get those goblins in there with some stabbing. Definitely gonna go Valk v Valk. Get some Bomber for that damage against the Giant. Because that Giant's pretty much going to go through unscathed. Place the Goblins here. Just so the Bomber doesn't get everybody in one shot. Ooh, that level 2 Bomber surviving. Ooh. Has he used Prince yet? That's a good push. I'm actually left here with like no elixir, but I need those arrows badly. That was a really good push, fucking hell. This is where it gets a little bit frustrating, because Giant is really the only way I can win. But then he's got his Giant as well with the fucking level 3 Bomber. I'm gonna play my Giant and my Bomber. See where that takes me. I probably need that, because he's countering my Giant with like high damage rather than like a lot of low damage. So he's not doing it with goblins and stuff like that. He's doing it with Prince and Valk and Musk, and then he's coupling that with a Giant. It's fucking tough, and that was really bad Spear Goblin placement, and that was really bad. That's good, that Fireball. But that Giant's just going to do work. Like, this is where Prince is actually really... This is the example of what my deck would be like with a Prince. That was a 3-0. That's my first 3-0 loss. Level 2 Valk, a Musk, Prince. So it was just a very high damage deck. He played very well as well, so... Like, that's the example of, like, yes, Prince can come in handy, but... Maybe I'll go with P.E.K.K.A. for a bit more, like, damage. Maybe go P.E.K.K.A. over Knight. Because I want to have the low cost for cycling. Like, I want to have the 2s and the 3s for cycling. And Valk's good. I don't really want to get rid of Valk. Fucking Addy, I'm just bad, okay? Just give me a break. I wanted to get to 300. Baby D. I think if anything, like a level 2 Valk is actually one of the more impressive cards. Because Valk is such a tank, man. And especially early on, if you get a high level Valk early on, that is just GG. Fucking hell. That was such bad placement. See, Baby did early on is not bad. Because he's a tank. It's actually kind of interesting, like, for me to be playing at this level, like, to see what the meta is like, because I'm not really used to it. But it's actually really fun playing with low level cards. And like a limited range of cards. Like just seeing what you can and can't do with these cards. Like a Baby D taking out a tower on its own. Like that just doesn't happen. But it does in the early game. Which is actually like fun. Like cards that haven't been useful to me in a while are actually kind of useful. And why would you do that? You had a Baby D on its way. But we're in a good position, I would say. Another giant push might get us over the line. Get the P.E.K.K.A behind him. If I can get that bomber in. Ooh, the bomber's going to survive that, which is good. If that was a level 1 bomber, he'd be a goner by now. That giant's going to do the work. If we can get the Baby D in that fireball as well, get some damage on him. Looking pretty good, but this is going to be a tough one. I need to distract that Baby D and get the Spear Goblins onto that fucking... That Baby D is just tanking. And now he's got 2 on the field as well. I got to get that Giant in there as soon as possible. I think we got this. I think we should be fine. Yeah, that's it. That was a good game. He was level 3 as well, so we had to do more damage to him than he had to do to us. And we got the win. And that should put us ahead of 300 trophies, which should be it for tonight. That's it. 300 trophies. I'm pretty happy with that for tonight, guys. I don't know. I mean, like, you are eating forks. You should stop. Fucking Addy. Yeah, I'm going to stop for tonight, guys. Just because, yeah, it's a bit late. But I do want to do these more in the future. If you want to keep up to date, just follow me on Twitter. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be difficult to get people watching these, but if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. There'll be live stream content, and then eventually I want to do like just maybe like one-off videos of me playing some games. I play Rocket League, so maybe some Rocket Leagues with my mates. I might upload that. I don't know. So you guys will just have to let me know what you want to see, but mostly on Twitter is where you'll know if I'm live streaming again. Maybe longer than what I did tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. These streams are really just chilled out ones. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me, guys. Thanks, Addy. Thanks, Sime. I know you just joined, but yeah, thanks for coming in. Thanks, Kevin, as well. Kevin and Addy pretty much held up the chat today. But we also had Hamid in there. We had a couple different people as well. So it's good to see people coming out. As long as you guys enjoyed, that's all that really matters. But I'm going to head out for now. Yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this account for, but it's fun, man, and I want to push, and I want to see what I can do now that I know how to play the game. I want to see how far I can get. Maybe I'll get this account better than my main, but yeah, again, thanks so much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next stream pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, I don't know. Again, stay updated on Twitter, and yeah, Career Mode will be coming back to the main channel very, very soon, which is very exciting. I'm very excited for that. I'll get on top of these chests. I'll let you know what we got out of them. And yeah, bye guys. I'm going to have to end the stream like this, which is kind of strange. But yeah, bye.